I'm watching it on YouTube, yeah. I'm watching it on live sync. I can speed it up if you want to. If you want, I can speed it up. I will speed up the stream a little bit. And I will... No, but I shouldn't speed up because then you will go out of sync. If I speed up the stream, you guys are gonna be out of sync. I cannot do that. I'm gonna refresh and I'm gonna stay a little bit behind. It's fine. Like, we don't have to be ahead. It just stay the way it is. I think so too. We are just gonna stay the way it's fine, guys. It's fine, okay? We are not gonna do anything. We are gonna stay the way it is right now. As soon as the game starts, I'm gonna put the in-game time and it should be the same time as you guys have on the website. So it's all good. It's all good. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. You can show the LOL Esports stream timer. Wait, the game started. I think we got it. I'm like, maybe the time is like 1 second off, but I think we got it. Let's go. So as you can see, the Zoe is kind of getting the push here. Actually, I mean, she can get a push, right? She's actually choosing to poke. Because Zoe could just auto the minions all the time. And she could play for push. But I think she's still gonna get the push. And it seems like Cloud9 didn't invade. So Morgana is gonna be ahead. So look at Morgana compared to Kindred pathing. Morgana is going to be so much like look right now. Look right now. Kindred is not done with her cracks. Morgana is already done with her raptors. It's so big. Canyon has such a big dick. Like, he's always so fucking alpha. So basically, Morgana is currently full one camp ahead. 15 to 20 seconds. It's so big. So big. So like, it seems like Morgana skipped Wolves, but she's currently doing Gramp and Blue at the same time. We can see it on the stream. They are showing the mid matchup, right? Because it's more fun. But as I was mentioning, they have the mid priority. They do have the blue buff into the Grand priority. It seems like GP is getting the push. Well, I don't know that. I'm not a top laner. Hopefully Wunder would know that. But GP, I guess he is very strong level 1, right? So he can get the push if he wants to. Can also burn flash. So it seems like Fuchs flashed on him. Like, Fuchs probably flashed on him in the early game. Because... well, Fuchs and Khan don't have flashes, right? So Fuchs had to flash in to force Khan flash, and that's why he's getting priority. And it seems like bot lane Varus is also getting the priority. I mean, Tahm Kench is just giga broken in the early game. Like, you don't really get priority against Tahm Kench, I think, because he's just so big and he's so tanky. So it kind of surprises me that Canyon ended up on both sides of the map, because I think this fight is a bit flippy. Wait, but they're actually fighting for it. They are fighting for it. Bot lane is trading 2v2. I think they pushed off Blabber from the crab. Oh my god, Diamond is so good! They're so good! They're getting the double crab at the mid lane priority, and Blabber is so behind. Diamond! Yeah, oh my god. So top wave is bouncing now. So they will have the top priority for the top crab. And as you can see, Morgana had time to full clear, and Blabber is done with full clear now, and he's basing, but Morgana is going to get a double crab, right? So I just want you guys to understand how fast is Morgana jungle right now, okay? He started on red buff, he did all camps to top side, then he still had time to go from top side to bot side by the time the crab was up. So he had time to do 6 camps and end up on the same side as he started on. That's so broken. It's so OP. That's why I don't understand why ban Nidalee over Morgana. I think it's so fucking bad, because Morgana is only good. I mean, Nidalee, sure, will probably have better scaling, but Morgana early game is crazy. And right now, both junglers are full clearing on the same side. They are both at cracks, but Morgana still farming so much faster, also level ahead from the double crab. That means her W is level 3 now. That means she one-shots the camps. It seems like Canyon is hovering bot lane to make sure that... Well, I'm not sure if this is gonna be a dive. It seems like he wants to go for a dive, but honestly, I think it's more for a push out. They will force off the Varus from the tower now. I think Tahm Kench... Wait. Canyon hears the binding, W's, the cleanse is burnt. So right now, the early game is going... for Damwon very well. Like the early game is going all well for Damwon, because they have a very good game plan. They drafted the mid push for a clear double club advantage. Their bot lane went in as the Morgana was face checking River, and they saw Kindred on the crab. Their bot lane insta fought, right? So as soon as they saw Kindred and they knew Kindred is not in lane, the insta fought. They made sure the Morgana gets the crab. Right now Morgana went bot lane. gave up some of her tempo, but she used it to deny bot waves. So bot lane is ahead now from the Damwon side. And this game is still fine. Cloud9 is no problem. They are slightly behind, but it is 300, 400 gold lead from just like moves in the early game, you know? And I still think that Damwon Kia can win this game in the late game, but I would give it for like Cloud9, you know, like the mid-late game. I think Cloud9 has better draft, but I just feel like Kindred, compared to solo queue, she needs a lot of time to be useful. In solo queue, Kindred will get a kill, a mark, but in competitive, it's much harder because people control crabs, you don't get any marks, and Kindred is not AD carry. When you have Tristana on your team, you can hope Tristana at some point will pull out her big gun and is gonna kill everyone. But Kindred is not the same. Kindred never has the same damage as hyper carries. Kindred is not a hyper carry unless she gets a lot of things. But she's not gonna get a lot of things this game. Wow, Luka Perkz with the W. Showmaker will be forced to flash here. And Showmaker flashes. But Canyon steals the Drake! I didn't even see it! But of course he does! It's Canyon after all! And a heal burn from Jhin. And that's gonna be the trade-off. So, because Tam Kench went mid lane, and a bad binding from Canyon. Ooh, this could be actually pretty bad for them, I think. Because Victor is moving and Zoe can join. Zoe has no TP. I think Leona is dead here. Leona can't get out. Leona is dead. I think they are trolling. I think Cloud9 made a big mistake. I think, sorry, Damwon made a big mistake. There is no reason to stay to fight for the crab. That was Jungle. Jungle thought that he really wants the crab, but they cannot fight for the crab. So I think it's very good for Cloud9 to punish the fact that Leona doesn't flash. I don't even know how Leona flashed, but I think it was very troll. And as soon as Morgana misses the binding, Morgana is useless. So the thing about Morgana as a champion is that Morgana is Giga... Wait, they stole the crab though. They actually stole the crab. Okay, it's worth, guys. It's worth. You give up your support life for crab. If Mickey would like ever give up his life for crab, it's worth, guys. It's worth. Like, support, whatever. Crab, juicy. And Khan steals the red buff and also probably kills the Blabber here. I don't think Blabber can get out. That's a one-shot. This is what I call a top laner. A top laner. 25 years old. I also have hope. If Khan can play like that while being 25 years old, I can also play like that while being 25 years old. Khan! So now we see the replay from the Drake. So he flashes. Okay, so Leona flashes in and misses the E. Canyon gets the steal off. So I think the idea from Leona is good. She flashes in to engage hard. I think if she hits a D, they will get a kill because Morgana can follow with binding. But she misses the D. And Tam Kench was mid lane. So this is the big thing. Damwon realizes Tam Kench is mid lane and they overstep to try to dive the Zoe. So they have time to engage on them. Like, that one is so good. I'm actually just... Oh my god! Okay, they are not that great, but they are playing very well. Like, with the information they have on the map, how fast they can make decisions, it's very well. You know, we won a game against this team. Like, oh my, we are so good. Actually, it's crazy. We are so good. No, but honestly, they are playing well. But I mean, I think that like if this still doesn't happen, I think that Damwon will probably get punished because Zoe had no flash, and they didn't have to die, you know? Like, they could get this Drake without dying, I think. But it's fine. It's hard now. They get the Herald. Leona goes mid lane, make sure that they can get the Herald. Morgana, 2 levels ahead. That's because of all the crabs that happened, all the fights that happened. Kindred, like I mentioned before, she farms so much slower that she's automatically given to be behind in the matchup. So okay, don't say jungle diff. Don't say jungle diff! It's a lane diff! This is what happens to me as well! This is nothing about the jungle! The matchup is shit! The matchup is shit! Morgana can't play this matchup! She always gets ahead in this matchup! She's gonna get so ahead in the matchup! Why are you saying jungle diff? Do you see the bot lane, the rotations, the game plan in the early game? This is nothing about Blabber! This is all about the team difference and the matchup difference. They needed a better game plan. They needed a better game plan against Morgana. Morgana farms faster. They are not supposed to play the way they played in the early game. I think that Zoe with having priority in the mid lane against the Victor and Morgana being able to execute it and Morgana being able to get the double crab advantage, then the unlucky Drake fight into the crab. You know, I think in this matchup or like in this game, I think that Cloud9 should never play for Drakes. I think playing for Drakes is a mistake. Why? Because Drake is a risk they don't need. They are gonna scale better, they are gonna be stronger. They can get the Drake, sure, if they are lucky. Imagine they play for push, they keep the push, they play for the crab. That way Kindred can get back in the game. But they don't play for the crab. They play to get a Drake. Getting a Drake in a losing tempo jungle matchup, it's only good if enemy jungle makes mistake. So it's not jungle diff, it's team diff, okay? Sven is 2-0 now. They get another kill on Beryl for 0. This bot lane matchup is actually seems very, very good for Cloud9. I think they could snowball from this bot lane matchup. Because every 2v2 they win. Varus, so much more damage than Jhin, then Tahm Kench never dies. Jhin can't kill Tahm Kench. Jhin can't kill Tahm Kench. So look at this fight. Look at this fight. I don't even know who goes in. I was kind of talking about the jungle matchup. But yeah, basically Beryl goes in and they think they win because they force the hit. But then he flashes the Leona ult. And as soon as he flashes the Leona ult, Leona is overextended. She went in, she cannot go out, she doesn't have a dash, she's just dead. So every time this happens, it's really free for Cloud9. I don't think Leona should be going in. I'm not sure why Leona went in as well. They even have GP ult to follow. I don't understand. So maybe we have another steal situation coming. But I think this fight could be good for Cloud9. Really good Perkz flank. Leona misses the flashes in for no reason, but she's alone. What? Okay, so this fight could be good just because at this point Canyon is so ahead in levels and Varus has no flash. Canyon dies though. Sven is playing so fucking well. Holy fuck, the AD carry difference, man. Okay, so Perkz is dead here. No, he's not. Oh my god, Cloud9 is so good! No one dies from Cloud9. They kite this fight very well. Sven kills Morgana before the ult pops. So Morgana dies before the ult can pop. That's why Sven gets out. Nart didn't have a good TP flank ward. So even though he did have Mega, he couldn't really TP flank well. And then we have, you know, like Varus is so much stronger in this fight. I kind of don't like what Leona is doing. I think she goes too early. She goes, flashes in when no one can follow with the damage. So as you can see, Zoe Q misses, Zoe E misses. Morgana flashes in, it seems good, but she has 3 marks from Varus W on. So she gets one shot by the Q, half HP, and then they keep going. Khan is here, he doesn't have ult, so Perkz just flashes away. It's really good skirmish by Blabber, by Cloud9 overall. I think they played this very well. Everyone included. But I do think it's also a big mistake by Damon. I think this fight was played very sloppy. I think Beryl is actually playing very fucking bad. I mean, I don't want to flame them, but like, I don't think Beryl is trolling. I think Beryl is really fucking trolling. I think every time he is in, I think it's fucking bad. Like, on the bot lane, I think they can fight at that moment. They do fight. They gave a kill. Maybe it's fine because at least they get a... I don't think they even got a push out actually. Then another fight at Drake. Sure, they get a Drake steal, but he misses E-flash for no reason. And now this happens. He flashes in before Zoe can even be remotely close to follow with her QE. I think it's really, really not good. I think Beryl is... As much as I think he's really fucking good, like, I like Beryl, I think he's very fucking good at the game. I think he's trolling so hard in this game. I think he's really trolling. And I think Damon takes fights because they are supposed to be strong in the early game. So Damon wants to fight. Damon wants to fight because the jungle was 2 levels ahead. Their mid lane is stronger at that point of the game. The only problem is bot lane. I think Leona should be strong in skirmishes, but Varus time is stronger 2v2. So it's like, they want to fight 4v4, right? But it's hard when it's not 4v4. So why are you going in before it's 4v4? That's the problem. That's the problem. So, you guys kind of agree with me, it was not jungle div now, right? I explained it well. Squinting Sweetie, thank you. Oh my god, I need some water. The good thing for Blabber is that he can get ahead now. Or not ahead, but he can basically... Ooh, Perkz with the sidestep on both the Q and the ball from Zoe. I think Perkz buying Mercs means they can never die now. Sven trolled his ult. So Cloud9 is getting a little bit stressed because they see Morgana on top side, so they want to dive bot, but it's very hard to dive when they're full HP, so they are kind of trolling here, I would say. And, well, Blabber, perfect Q. But yeah, Perkz has Mercs, Blabber has Mercs. Mercs are very fucking OP in this game because you are playing in Zoe and Morgana and Leona. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this. This is something I actually didn't talk about. Wait, what? Okay, Kindred, nice ult. And nice ult by Nart to disengage. Nart had to flash for it, it's not bad. You see, I think that what is a problem for Cloud9, sorry, for Damon in this game when it comes to scaling is that Mercury threats are a very high value in this game because you have Leona, Morgana, Zoe, and all of them have a crowd control, right? Zoe has a bubble, Morgana has a Q, Leona has Q, E, R. And Perkz are really, really good against all of these champions, right? So basically, when enemy team gets Perkz, even if they hit Morgana Q or Leona engage, it's very easy to team fight because the damage, of course, the damage is lowered because you get magic resist. But what's very important, you reduce the crowd control. If you are supposed to stand in place because of Morgana binding for, let's say, right now level 10, so 2.5 seconds, it's level 3 binding, 2.5 seconds, you are going to stand only for about 1.5, let's say, right? Same goes for like Leona and everything. So Perkz in this game value is really, really big. That's why Nar and Varus need to, Nar and Jhin need to pop off because, well, no one is gonna be tabbies in this game, right? But 4 people have Perkz, 3 people. Well, Varus has CD Archers, but 3 people have Perkz, Tahm of course. Kindred, well, Kindred has a hard game anyway. I think Kindred in this game is difficult to play, but he's doing fine, he's doing well. He's playing with what he had, and sure, he's 2 less behind, but again, it's not a jungle div, it's team div. It's game plan from Damwon is good, and that's what made Blabber so behind. And sure, he can play Blabber for being 2 levels behind, but it's not a jungle div, okay? Like, he's 30 CS down in this matchup, I think is good. It's good. Like, it's not bad, you know? Like, he could be 50 CS behind this matchup. I'm telling you, this matchup is so bad. Like, Morgana farms so much faster. That's why I thought they would do something in the early game to make sure Morgana can't be so ahead, but they didn't. Anyway, I think right now Cloud9 can win this Drake fight. Why? Because they have their power spikes. Everyone has her power spike, and Varus has 1 item. And Varus right now is so big. Varus is actually insane. It's crazy how strong Varus is. But Ghost is getting caught here by Blabber. And he's forced to use Flash and Gale Force, but nothing comes out of it. They use GP ult. I don't think they will have GP ult now for the Drake. Binding, of course, misses. It's impossible to hit a Binding. You know, if you'd see, so yeah, Fuchs has no ult now, so he's getting ulted by Nar. Nar ult cooldown is like non-existent right now. Nar has like 15 or 20 ability haste. He doesn't really care about using ult. He's 40 seconds cooldown on ult. This champ is so broken. And yeah, I think Cloud9 slowly will start outscaling this game. Ah! I got too excited, actually. I got too excited and I squeezed my ball. I actually squeezed my ball. Why did I squeeze my ball? I was just talking about the game and then I squeezed my ball. Oh my goodness, that hurts. Why did I do that? I just got too excited and then I just squeezed my ball for some reason. Oh my god, it hurts. So I think that, like, I think Varus right now, 1 Varus Q should be... But I didn't squeeze that hard, it should be fine. So I think 1 Varus Q is half HP of Zoe, Jhin, Morgana. Well, not Leona and Nar, but even they get shanked. So Sven, not Sven. Damwon has control now. That means you have to face check into them, right? I think both teams are really bad at face checking. I think both teams can face check. You cannot face check Morgana, Jhin, and Zoe because you will get poked. You cannot dodge skill shots when you are walking in. When someone is walking at you like that, it's very easy for you to catch him, to hit skill shots. But let's say it's the other side. I think the both drafts are kind of same. I think it makes a lot of sense though that Cloud9 goes through bot side and not mid lane, because I think it's way easier to face check from bot side here. And both Zoe is chanked, but as you can see, GP kind of doesn't win 1-1 now. Nar has red buff too, so GP is getting zoned quite a lot. Victor is tipping in on the bot side or on the blue buff, and they want to fight this. So Canyon is popping Herald just for some extra pressure on the mid tower. Damwon can give up this Drake and get mid tower. If Damwon wants to, they could go for mid tower right now, but Damwon wants to fight because they know they are getting outscaled. So this is one of the better chances they have. But I do think Cloud9 should win this fight. I think that Varus right now is too broken, and if Cloud9 chooses to fight this, I think Varus is gonna kill everyone. So Varus got hit by a binding. And Varus almost got one shot. We have Kindred ult, we have Tahm eat. Varus still has flash, so Varus is gonna be fine. So Cloud9 gets away 5 for 0 for 0. Like, no one's gonna die in this fight. I think that no one should die. Like, even GP should be fine. I think this fight, I'm still surprised that... I'm very surprised that Damwon managed to even get in a position where they burned a couple of summoners, because I think the Drake was free, and I think that if Sven doesn't get hit by the Zoe sleep, or maybe if they insta-eat the Zoe sleep and they start running, I think Cloud9 should never be able to lose so much. Like, they should never be able to all die here. And again, what's very important is I feel like, wow, nice binding. But I mean, yeah, again, like he has Perkz, so he doesn't care. Like you see, the Zoe damage is no damage. Zoe has negative damage. Perkz are so high value that even though he got hit by everything, he actually just like, it was Jhin, Gale Force, 4th hit, it was Zoe, EQ. He doesn't take damage from Zoe. So Jhin was all the damage. They don't have damage to kill Victor. Jhin has rapid fire now. He's probably going to go into Infinity Edge 3rd now because he needs the damage. So I think Khan is playing well. Vulcan has to use cleanse here. He should be able to walk out easily though. There's no problem. They don't have Kindred ult and Damon knows it for another 90 seconds I think. So it's not bad to fight, right? Because Damon knows that there is no summoners on Cloud9 and they don't have Kindred ult. So if they actually land a pick now, if they land a binding, if they land Leona ult, if they land Zoe bubble, that should be a kill if they are grouped. Khan again showing Twich that he's just an A top laner and he's playing against Korean Elite. So Fuchs is gonna die here. That was pretty greedy from Fuchs to contest that blue buff. It doesn't make a lot of sense because Fuchs has no flash and Jhin has a very, very high range follow-up. So Barry is gonna force a fight here, of course, because it's 5v4. Blabber still has no ult. Blabber is going to get away, but Fuchs, Vulcan should die. Sven should also die here. Perkz will be able to clean up 1 kill, very well played by Perkz, and that will be it. If Damon wants to, they can force the mid tower, but no, they choose not to. They are moving into the Nash. So I think Nash is actually not easy because they don't have a tank. Wait, Nar has Rando, Inomen, and Tabis. They could be able... It's not a throw, by the way. Damon is still in control of this game. The whole time Damon is in control of this game. It's not a throw. Even though they have 2 Drakes, Cloud9, they are 2-3k behind in gold, and they are just getting basically out-pressured because of, like, Nar has so much pressure, and they also have mid-prio, and jungle has always a head tempo. But yeah, in this situation, right, they just use GP ult, Damon is low, they can't really tank the Nash, they have to back out. Next Drake is in 2 minutes. I do think if Cloud9 can survive until, like, 3 items, they should start, like, winning. But even the previous Drake fight, I feel like they should have, like, they shouldn't lose their last fight. And they didn't really die in the last fight, but they lost bot tower and mid tower and tempo. Like, even though they got the Drake, they lost so much on the map for the Drake that it's not worth it. That's why I think that Cloud9 shouldn't really have so much Drake priority when they have Varus. But then again, Varus wants to fight Drakes because he's so strong early. But yeah, another time Fuji is getting caught by Nar, and the perfect sidestep on the bubbles on top of him being able to destroy another bubbling cat. And they don't have even Kindred ults. Perkz flashes away. Perkz will be dead here. That's the end of Cloud9 unless Sven can do something, but there's no fucking way. Wait, Sven also gets caught. Why did he stay here? Better with the engages. But that should be it. I don't think either of them is gonna die. Honestly, Khan, like, is he actually so fucking good? He's so fucking 1v9 this game. This Nar is actually so giga 1v9. It's crazy. It's such a fucking top lane diff. I mean, like, he's actually so fucking good, or what, this guy? I think maybe he's just the champion, I don't know. But yeah, Cloud9, there's, like, hope that they can try to contest this Drake, this Nash. Like, they could try to contest this Nash, right? They could, like, yeah, they're, like, ulting. So they can try to steal it with Q from Varus. But they have double smite. Canyon and Showmaker has spellbook, so he also took smite. This is a bit spicy, because... Okay, 1 smite was used, second smite was used. So, yeah, they get the smite off, they get the Nash. And that, honestly, now it's very hard because I think, you know, Varus in the early game is so strong. And they didn't win the team fights where Varus should be able to carry. And I feel like the first Drake was a bit troll, so they got a little bit ahead. Here we have the replay of Khan smurfing. He hit that barrel so fucking good, and the other barrel he sidesteps, and then he flashes in onto 4 people with Mega Nar, like literally into the wall. It's so well played. It's actually crazy. Of course, his team is there to follow, right? Zoe is like very far away, but they know they win this fight because, well, GP is really low, and they have really good CC from the Nar, right? So like they should be able to win this fight. Morgana can follow from high range, same as Jhin. So they end up winning this fight. They end up getting Drake and Nash from the fight. So now they're gonna siege 1-4 probably. Zoe is gonna go mid. Jhin is gonna go with Nar. Varus can't clear minions and well he spoke Varus, so he can't clear minions, and Kindred cannot really clear minions with her items as well. I feel like right now it's very bad state. I feel like the Kindred is really useless now. So this is what I meant by like solo queue Kindred. I think in solo queue, Kindred will always get kills and Kindred will always be useful. But in this game, Kindred is not gonna be useful anymore, you know? Like she has low range, she has like 1 or 2 marks max. and she's just kind of useless.
Your
Good
Twitch
eat, not
sounds
letting the
so
binding connect, so
professional.
not
For a
getting
minute
chanked here.
God, I am watching LOL. Official Chanel.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
for
just
the
scream.
Alexa
Want
for
me
the
to say-
screaming part, but
I would
thank
say
you.
You're literally better than Faker.
MS, I love you, Poggies.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just so hard to play, you know, because they have so much range and they have so many items over, and like Nar was smurfing so hard. And I think in this game, they last picked top lane, right? But they didn't even get a good matchup because Nar has so much priority. I mean, just Nar Morgana is good. Nar Morgana 2v2 is better than GP Kindred. Because Kindred is squishy, so if Nar goes first, Morgana, all Morgana has to do is follow up the Nar, and Morgana, I think Nar and Morgana will always win. So Nar has so much silent pressure and is so strong. And at this point, they are playing Zoe Jhin and Morgana, standing under your fucking towers, throwing their shit at you. There's nothing you can do. So I think that like I didn't really like some of the fight that I didn't really like early game from like both teams. I think maybe okay. So I think the first early game part from Damo was really good. The first like 3-4 minutes, but then I think Cloud9 really trolled with the Drake, and I think that kind of put them a little bit behind. And sure, you want to fight early because you are playing Varus, but Varus gonna spike faster than Jhin. So you don't really need to fight that early. And a beautiful, beautiful play from Nar, of course, going in here. They want to end this game here. I think Kindness tells Zazonia to good double stun. Sven is dead. Perkz is dead. So as soon as Perkz dies, that's the game. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't think that one played like that insanely well, but they did win the game. And I do think that like Beryl was kind of inting and running down in the early game, but he does end up the game with 0-5, the Beryl. But that should be it. I think they should be able to close things off now. And the GP can defend. Fudge against the world with Vulcan. And Vulcan's gonna get caught here by Morgana banning, double root from Zoe. Yeah. The only person who does damage here is the Nar, right? So Vulcan doesn't die with the Mercs and a lot of magic resist. That's the game. Holy fuck, man. Do I have to like watch all 5 or 6 games? You know my throat is already dead, right? Like I can't talk. I'm so dead with my throat already. Like I was screaming. I can't like. I think I have a fever. But I got really triggered when you guys said the jungle diff. I think it was most of a team diff. It was not just the jungle diff. It was not a jungle diff. I mean, sure, like ha. I need to open the window. I think that like Glaber